Hello everyone, and welcome back to Pokémon FireRed. We're about to, well, I guess face the Pokémon League. As I promised, I did some leveling off screen. I leveled everyone up to 60, and then I just used a bunch of rare candies to get everyone up to 64. I wanted the levels to be even, and this is 64 just worked out with the rare candies. That's the only reason I went to 64, just because that's when I ran out of candy. No other reason, really. I guess I'll just quickly go through what my Pokemon currently have in terms of stats and movesets and such. Okay, so firstly we have Gengar, a ghost, poison type. He's holding leftovers, he's hardy, and I met him in the Pokemon Tower at level 17. He's got 166 HP. Brilliant special attack of over 200 at 214, that's a pretty strong value. 168 speed, which is also really strong. And his special ability is Levitate, so he cannot be hit by ground type attacks. His weakness is definitely his defense, though it's only 98 and special defense is not much higher. Okay, and his moveset is Mean Look. I didn't give this to him particularly for this Pokemon League, but instead we will eventually unlock certain wandering Pokemon, I think they're called, which we have a chance of randomly finding them in the tall grass, in any grass, I think. And they're a bit tedious because it takes a long time to sort of you do one attack and then they run away. They only run away. That's all they do. So catching them is a bit annoying, which means just in case I happen to find it while Gengar's in front, I can use Mean Look so they can't run away, so I can actually fight them properly and sort of catch them. Whereas otherwise I would have to slowly whittle them down whenever I happen to meet them. And I can't switch Pokemon when I meet them, because they'll use that turn to run away. So yeah, it's just I have to slowly get them down to reasonable health, and then every time I meet them I get exactly one chance to throw a ball, and then they run away again. And being legendaries, they're also difficult to catch, so that's a bit tedious, which is why I gave him Mean Look. It prevents the enemy from escaping. I'm not 100% certain whether it actually works, but I think it does. So he still has Shadow Ball, his ghost type move. May lower special defense, which means the next Ghost Ball would do more damage. And 80 power, 100 accuracy. The move I deleted had 60 power and always hits, but 100% accuracy is good, and 80 power is more than 60. Including the stat bonus, this will make this 120 actually. So it's just as powerful as Thunder at higher accuracy. Thunder has 120 attack and may paralyze the enemy, and I have strength, which is just sort of a fallback go-to attack if I don't have type advantage, which I won't use it much. It's mostly because of the out-of-battle effect. And that reminds me, I still have some PP ups, I think. Should have, like, how many do I have left? 17, yeah. That's good. I just want Thunder to have a few more PP. I'll give 2 to Thunder, and I guess also 2 to Shadow Ball. There we go. Okay, let's just go through them all and then I'll see. So here I have this Gyarados, which I met at level 5. I actually fished it as a Magikarp, which is a water flying type. It has pretty good stats overall. Its special attack is mediocre, but its standard attack is really good. It's a shame that it does use some special attacks, but what can you do? It's reasonably fast, and also has quite good defensive values, and over 200 HP, which is solid. It knows Surf, which is a pretty powerful water type move, obviously getting the stat bonus. Now my special attack is not that high, and I believe water type moves will use special attack. In this game, I don't believe they made a distinction yet between sort of different attacks of the same type. I think it's all just, depending on the type, it's either a physical contact move or a special move. but again, these are details that I don't know anymore. I also have Hydro Pump. I also have Hydro Pump and Hyper Beam. These are both pretty powerful attacks, which Hydro Pump's slightly, well, fairly inaccurate at 80%, and Hyper Beam has a 1-turn cooldown afterwards. So, and just for general purpose, I still have Bite, which may make the enemy flinch. I'm hoping this will come in handy against the Ghost type Pokemon we'll encounter. Okay, next we have Alakazam, my Psychic. He's holding the Twisted Spoon. Low health, low attack, low defense, good special attack, reasonable special defense, and pretty good speed. It's a very fast sweeper Pokemon. It does a lot of damage, but it can't tank. And its moveset currently is, well, somewhat boring, I guess. Psybeam, Psychic, Flash, which I don't use, except for lighting up caves, and Calm Mind, which is just a buff. I'm not sure if I'll actually ever use that, but I thought I'd bring it. Next, Dragonite, a dragon flying, gentle nature, met at level 18. Bought it in the game corner, actually. Really good stats overall, over 200 HP, 204 attack. Still solid defense, really. Not that great, but okay. Okay special attack as well. Quite good special defense, definitely, and still reasonable speed, so pretty powerful. And it knows Outrage. It's a sort of rage attack doing damage 2 or 3 turns, but then the user becomes confused. So this is only going to ever be used towards the end of a fight when I know, or I'm reasonably certain, that those 2 or 3 turns will be enough to win me the fight, because I don't like confusing myself. Rock Smash, again, I only have this for the out of battle effect. It's a pretty poor attack. It only has 20 power, which basically, even though it's super effective against rock types, even a level 38 Geodude does not die in this from one hit. From this in one hit. Sorry. And I also gave it some pretty powerful off-type attacks, which is Earthquake at 100 attack and 100 accuracy. Pretty powerful ground-type move. And Ice Beam 95 attack. Pretty powerful ice attack. So, and I PP'd these to 16, so I can use them a bit more. Really powerful Pokemon. Definitely happy to have it. Next is Articuno, my legendary bird Pokemon, looking really cool as always. The stats are nice, I think. It's got very solid special attack, strong defensive values, and still almost 200 HP. Speed could have been a bit higher, but it's very good. It knows Ice Beam, obviously with a stat bonus. This is a super powerful attack. Aerial Ace, just so I've got a 1-turn flying move. Sorry. Agility, it's a self-buff boosting speed, which I probably won't ever use. I just haven't gotten Blizzard yet, which will replace it eventually. And finally Fly, which is mostly for out-of-combat use, but well, it's a 2-turn attack. This can be somewhat useful for avoiding stuff like Solar Beam. And finally, my prized possession, a shiny Charizard level 64, Fire Flying. It has strong special attack, very strong speed, still decent attack, and the defensive values are somewhat lowish, but okay. And it knows Wing Attack, Cut is kinda useless, Flamethrower, which is super powerful, and Slash, which is sort of an all-purpose attack. Not completely set on his moveset yet, but the thing is, I think he might still learn 1 or 2 moves, and there's some other special things I want to teach him eventually, but just not quite yet. Okay, so that's the team we'll be using. It's already been like 9 minutes, but I will put the entire Pokemon League in one video, so I did save beforehand. And I believe first we will be facing the Ice Trainer Lorelei. Hello Lorelei, welcome to the Pokemon League. I am Lorelei of the Elite Four. No one can best me when it comes to icy Pokemon. Freezing moves are powerful. Your Pokemon will be at my mercy when they are frozen solid. Haha, are you ready? I am indeed ready. Now, you might be thinking, well, I've watched this guy, he certainly knows about type advantages a bit. He's gonna be using fire against these ice Pokemon. Well, If you've actually watched, you'll know that that's not the case, because actually only one of her Pokemon is weak to fire damage. Most of them are in fact weak to electric type moves. So let's Thunder this one. Thunder has fairly low accuracy, so it's something of a risky strategy, but nah, it'll be fine. And I have tons of revives, and I've got the level advantage still. The strongest Pokemon we will encounter in this this episode is level 63. In terms of level, the strongest. So, Elite Four Lorelei is about to use Slowbro. Will you change Pokemon? No. So, against Slowbro, I'm going to be using Shadow Ball because it's, I believe, Water Psychic. So, Thunder would be effective against the water, but Shadow Ball as a stab attack has higher accuracy and more PP, so I can't think of a single reason to use Thunder here. And Shadow Ball may also lower special defense, whereas all Thunder does is potentially paralyze. Okay, use a Surf. This will do decent damage because it is a strong Pokemon, but... I mean, Surf, including the stab bonus that Slowbro gets, is almost 150 power, so it's pretty strong as an attack. But the second Shadow Ball will finish it off, and there goes Slowbro. Now all these trainers do have special items they can use in combat. I think they have full restores and possibly some hyper potions. About to use Lapras, I will not change Pokemon. So you need to be aware of the fact that if you don't kill the enemy Pokemon in 1 or 2 hits, they might very well be healed. And the second Thunder also hits, that's pretty good. Maybe should have used an X accuracy, but who cares. It'll be fine. And oh, that was so close, and it uses a Confuse Ray. Now I'm pretty sure it'll use its next turn to heal up. Or, well, Lorelei will use a potion. Or maybe a full restore. I don't know what exactly she uses. Enemy Lapras actually has a berry, so that'll heal it. But it's still in critical health, so it'll still use a healing item. Which means I will also use the opportunity to use a healing item. I will cure the confusion. Lift Confusion, Poison Berry. I have over 100 of those. There we go. And as you can see, Elite Four Lorelei uses a full restore. Now what I'm going to do next is I will weaken it using Strength. And hopefully it doesn't kill me in the next turn. That would be a bit annoying. Lapras is pretty strong. Didn't mean to go to the bag. So I'm going to try and weaken it using Strength. So that the next Thunder... oh, that was a crit. Wow. Oh, Confuse Rate again. I will take the risk of taking the confusion damage though, and I will also take the risk of using another Thunder, even though it doesn't have the best accuracy. So let's go. Come on, use Thunder, and it misses. Darn. Darn or damn. Don't say both at once. Okay, that Ice Beam is gonna hurt, but not as badly as it might have, so we're okay. Going to use Thunder again, and I suspect I'll hurt myself this time. No, I actually get the Thunder through, and this should be the kill. Yes. Very nice, very nice. Okay, she's about to use Cloyster. I still don't want to change Pokemon. Sadly, I'm still confused, and I'm thinking I should maybe do something about that, but I don't think Cloyster has any super powerful moves. It's mostly got strong defensive values, I believe. But wow, really lucky on the confusion there. Have not hurt myself even once. And as I said previously, the game doesn't cheat with the confusion. It really is 50%. It just feels sometimes like you really get unlucky a lot of times in a row, and that's kind of annoying, but really it's fair. Like you just saw, sometimes you also get lucky a few times in a row. So, she now uses Jinx, which is her Psychic Ice Pokemon, and in fact the only one of her Pokemon that actually has a weakness against fire. Because in the first generation of Pokemon, there really were only 2 Pokemon which two ice Pokemon which were weak against fire, and that's Jinx and Articuno. All the other ice Pokemon have water as their second type, which means fire type moves just do normal damage. And that's Lorelei defeated. Things shouldn't be this way. And we get 5,400 for winning. You're better than I thought. Go on ahead. You only got a taste of the Pokemon League's power. I actually think she is one of the cooler, literally, and yeah. She is a really cool trainer. I do like ice Pokemon. In the first generation it's a bit annoying that fire doesn't really work against her, because they're all water types as well. But, yeah. Obviously they had limited Pokemon to work with, so there really wasn't much they could do about that. Okay, next we'll be facing Bruno. I don't think I'll save, and I have put Articuno in front. I am Bruno of the Elite Four. Through rigorous training, people and Pokemon can become stronger without limit. I've lived and trained with my fighting Pokemon, and that will never change. Strange. We will grind you down with our superior power. Ho-ha! And there's Bruno. Certainly a very handsome guy. And he starts out with an Onix, level 51. Which is not much stronger than what we've already seen in the Victory Road. So let's Ice Beam it. And I started with Articuno for this reason. I wasn't sure if he starts with a fighting or a rock type Pokemon, so Articuno could have dealt with both, which is why it was in front. Now, he's going to use Hitmonchan, for which we will change Pokemon. Actually, Dragonite no longer knows a flying type move. I think Charizard still does. Does he still? I think he still knows Wing Attack, so let's switch to him. Even if he doesn't, Flamethrower will be powerful. But yeah, there's Wing Attack. It's going to be super effective. It might get the kill. It's got the stab bonus as well. Wing Attack is not by itself a powerful move. As you can see, it has a lot of PP, so they're generally not very strong, but with the stab bonus and the super effective bonus and the good stats on my Charizard, it still does good damage. But not enough to actually kill this Machamp, and this Rock Tomb will hurt. It's got, I think, double type bonus, so as you can see, really, really painful, and it lowers my speed. Now I'm hoping that he'll either heal or that I'll outspeed him. He might be, with that berry, he might be just over the point where he heals, but I still outspeed him, so this Wing Attack will get the kill. Good. Otherwise the second Rock Tomb would have probably killed me. Actually, it would have killed me unless it missed. Okay, he's about to use Hitmonlee. I don't believe it's a very tanky Pokemon, but I'd rather not risk Charizard dying, and I'll switch back to Articuno, which is still at full health, and it knows Aerial Ace, which also gets the stab bonus. It's certain to hit, and it has pretty good damage. Yeah, I'll try Aerial Ace. Let's see how much that does. I was tempted to use Fly there, but yeah, Aerial Ace is strong enough. And it's guaranteed to hit, whereas Fly actually doesn't have 100% accuracy. Okay, against this Onix I'm now going to switch over to Gyarados. I want to preserve my Ice-type moves as much as possible, whereas Gyarados has Surf and Hydro Pump, so I'm not too worried about that. Special attack is bad on my Gyarados, so I'm actually going to use the Hydro Pump. And there we go. And that's Bruno defeated. Why? How could I lose? My job is done. Go face your next challenge. So, next we will be facing Ghost types. And also Poison types. Which, wouldn't you know it, Alakazam is perfect for that. I am Agatha of the Elite Four. I hear Oak's taken a lot of interest in you, child. That old dove was once tough and handsome, but that was decades ago. He's a shadow of his former self. Now he just wants to fiddle with his Pokédex. He's wrong. Pokémon are for battling. Strange, I'll show you how a real trainer battles. And it's sort of implied that she and Oak have a bit of a history. but nothing more about that is ever mentioned. Elite Four Agatha would like to battle, and she starts out straight away with a Gengar, which is... well, it's a powerful Pokemon. Unfortunately, I kind of have Psybeam. And Gengar is a poison ghost, so I have a ×4 damage multiplier, plus the stab bonus, plus my Twisted Spoon, plus good special attack. So, yeah, nothing to worry about. She also has a Golbat, which I will not change Pokemon for. I have tons of things I could do to Golbat. I could use Ice attacks, I could use Psychic attacks, I could use the Lightning Thunder attack on Gengar, but there's no reason not to use Psychic moves, because it is part poison, and I am effective against that. So Golbat really isn't a threat to me. And sadly, because there were only 3 Ghost Pokemon in the original Red and Blue games, she also uses a bunch of non-Ghost types, just kind of generally scary-looking Pokemon like Arbok and I guess Golbat. Not really scary, but you get the point. Arbok is, if I remember, it has quite high HP, so I'm going to use Psychic to be sure it dies. Because I really can't take much punishment, so I need to try and finish the enemy off in few hits. As opposed to tanking a few myself and using moves that have more PP. Firstly, there's not much reason to save them up, and secondly, Alakazam can't tank a few. He's not going to be one hit by most things here, I guess, but he's still not very bulky. Let's use another Psybeam, and this should be the victory. Alakazam can pretty much pull through this fight by himself without much trouble. Okay, that's Haunter dead. And that's Elite Four Agatha defeated. Oh my, you're something special, child. And we get 5,800 for winning. I believe the amount of money you get, you win. I see what the old dove sees in you now. I have nothing else to say. Run along now, child. Okay, and next we will be facing the reason I have Articuno. Well, not the reason I have it, it's a really nice Pokemon and I like it, but... let's also use a bunch of potions. How about that? Super potions, yeah, I have some, might as well use them. It's not going to be quite a full heal, but 162. I'm not going to use another potion on that. Charizard, however, will need 2 potions, I think. Also not a full heal, but I have backup in the form of Oran Berries. There we go. Heal for 10 HP. And they're perfect for just topping off my Pokemon a little bit. And I have almost 150 of those, so no need to save them. Okay, next up, third trainer. And it's actually... it's the one I like the most. I like Lorelei a lot, but he's even cooler. I never really warmed up to Bruno and Agatha, they're just a little too generic, I find. But this guy's awesome. Ah, I've heard about you, Strange. I lead the Elite Four. You can call me Lance, the Dragon Trainer. You know that dragons are mythical Pokemon. They're hard to catch and raise, but their powers are superior. They're virtually indestructible. There's no being clever with them. Well, are you ready to lose? Your league challenge ends with me, Strange. I don't remember what he opens with. It might actually not be a proper dragon, but... he has 5 Pokemon, and he starts out straight away with a Gyarados, which I completely forgot. It lowers my attack immediately, but I will use Ice Beam. It's not going to be super effective. Gyarados is part water, part flying. Ice is super effective against flying and not effective against water, so it's just going to do normal damage. But it's still a 95 attack move. Plus stab bonus. And I think that crit actually saved me. Without a crit, that would not have been a one-hit. Next, he's going to use Aerodactyl. I think I will actually change over to Gyarados for that. I believe that's a flying rock type. So I think Ice is not going to be very powerful against it. And the reason he's sending it out actually is because he knows I have an ice Pokemon out right now, and he decided to switch to something that's not so weak against ice. Okay, I'm going to use Hydro Pump, but it actually starts out with Ancient Power. That's going to hurt a bit. Not too much though. And that Hydro Pump should deal decent damage, even though Gyarados, as I've explained, it does not have good special attack. And it just survives. I will follow up with just another Hydro Pump because he's going to use a full restore. And if this Hydro Pump crits or does slightly more damage, I will get the kill. And if not, then at least he will be in damage range again to maybe heal another time. We'll see. And this time it crits, and I actually get the kill. That's cool. Okay, next he's going to use Dragonair. And for this I will actually change to... yeah, let's go to Articuno. Dragonair is a pure Dragon type. And Ice moves are actually effective against Dragon. So this should do very nicely. Super effective. Okay. And next up he's got another one. So let's kill that in the same fashion. Articuno with Ice Beam is a super powerful Pokemon to begin with, and it just tears through the Dragon types that we're facing here. Okay, next is Dragonite. I will not change Pokemon. This is his powerful Pokemon, the strongest one he has. It's a level 60 and it's Dragon Flying, as we know. Unfortunately, that means its weakness against ice is actually increased rather than decreased upon evolving, so this will be a kill. Again, without the crit, it might actually have survived because it is so powerful and has pretty good stats. Unfortunately, it did crit, well, unfortunately for him. So, I hate to admit it, but you are a Pokemon Master. We get 6,000. I think you always get 100 times the highest level Pokemon as money from these guys. I still can't believe my dragons lost to you, Strange. You are now the Pokemon League champion. Or you would have been, but you have one more challenge left. There is one more trainer to face. His name is, drumroll, Gary. Gary motherfucking Oak. I don't know where that came from, but the phrase just somehow stuck to me. He beat the Elite Four before you. He is the real Pokemon League champion. Okay, so what we'll do now is, firstly, we'll put Dragonite in front. Secondly, we will give a Super Potion, should be sufficient, to Gyarados. And next, do I want some Ether? I'll just go through my Pokemon summaries and see how they are doing with their PP. Dragonite is perfectly fine. Not used anything. Hydro Pump. Hydro Pump will get an Ether. This is fine. This is fine. 9 Thunders is fine. Perfectly fine. Okay, so an Ether for Hydro Pump on Gyarados, and that's about it. I think this is the first time playing Pokemon ever that I've used an Ether. So, Hydro Pump. Okay, are we ready? I'm not gonna save the game. We should be fine. And there he is. He's been a rival from the start, and now we get to face him one last time. Actually, not quite, but just bear with me. Hey, Strange. I was looking forward to seeing you, Strange. My rival should be strong to keep me sharp. While working on my Pokédex, I looked all over for Pokémon. Not only that, I assembled teams that would beat any Pokemon type. And now, I'm the Pokemon League champion. Strange, do you know what that means? I'll tell you. I am the most powerful trainer in the world. And there he is, Gary Oak. And he starts out with his Pidgeot. It's been with him since the beginning. You really gotta give it to him. He's stuck with that thing. The first time we encountered him, well, second time, he already had a Pidgey, and he's apparently kept that Pokemon until the very end. He's brought it with him and actually defeated the Elite Four using it. Okay, he is very likely to heal it, but I'm just going to Ice Beam again. If I crit, I will get it dead, otherwise it'll be almost dead and the next Ice Beam will actually kill it. And there we go. He does not use more than one full restore on it, apparently. And that's Pidgeot dead. Now he will send out Rhydon, and I will actually change Pokemon for that. It's a ground rock type. So I'm thinking Gyarados, and his Hydro Pump should be super effective and have a double stab. Well, it has a stab bonus, but it also should have a double effectiveness bonus, so Hydro Pump. Let's see if this gets the kill. Being a rock ground type, these are usually tanky to begin with, and Rhydon has pretty high HP and defense, so you really need a powerful attack to take it down. Okay, his Alakazam. I'm hoping I will outspeed it on Gengar, because otherwise Gengar might very well be toast. His Alakazam knows Psychic, and it is pretty fast as well. If I get my Shadow Ball in though, it should be the kill, because just like my Alakazam, his one does not have good defense. There we go, super effective, and that's the kill. And now he's gonna use Arcanine. We will change Pokemon for that. Yeah, let's go back to Gyarados. Arcanine, not so strong defense, but it is a very hard-hitting Pokemon. He was still a Growlithe when last we met him, but he's apparently evolved it now and made it quite powerful. It's level 59. It's definitely one of his more threatening Pokemon. If you have chosen as a starter Bulbasaur, so that your rival picked Charmander, he will not have this Arcanine. He will instead have a okay, he does a flamethrower, that shouldn't do too much, but instead he will have a Gyarados. So, I am going to do Surf now. The reason is, I think he's going to full restore. And the Surf will not put it in range for another full restore. He will not be healing it again. So, I believe he does have more than one full restore for this Pokemon. I'm not certain. And it is super effective, but as you can see, it doesn't quite kill it. And it's not in the range where he would heal it, so that way I avoid having to deal with another heal, basically. And there we go. And now, Executor. We will change Pokemon. It's only been used once so far, but Charizard is gonna kill this one. This is a Grass Psychic Pokemon, I believe, so we could have used anything that's effective against that. We could have also gone with the Ghost type move, for example, but Charizard has been with us since the very beginning, and it is one of our more powerful Pokemon, definitely, and it just looks super cool, so it's gonna do this. And there we go. And finally his Blastoise. I am going to hope for a Thunder hit, otherwise I don't have anything that's super effective against that thing, which means I will have to whittle it down much more slowly. Okay, I do get the hit in, but I am almost certain it will live. I don't have a stab bonus, Thunder is strong, but... Oh, it didn't live! Wow, I had thought that would survive. But apparently not. And Gengar made it to level 65. And there we are, we defeated Champion Gary. No, that can't be. You beat me at my best. After all that work to become the league champ? My reign is over already? It's not fair. It really isn't. Why? Why did I lose? I never made any mistakes raising my Pokemon. Darn it, you're the new Pokemon League champion. Although I don't like to admit it. Strange. So you've won. Sincerely, congratulations. You're the new Pokemon League champion. You've grown up so much since you first left with Charmander to work on the Pokédex. Strange, you have come of age. It's not been that long, I'm still 12. Gary, I'm disappointed in you. It's your grandchild. He's like probably my age. That's a bit mean. I came when I heard you'd beaten the Elite Four. But when I got here, you had already lost. Gary, do you understand why you lost? You have forgotten to treat your Pokémon with love and trust. Without them, you will never become a champ again. Strange. You understand that your victory was not just your own doing. The bond you share with your Pokémon is marvelous. Strange, come with me. Congratulations, Strange. This floor is the Pokémon Hall of Fame. Pokémon League champions are honored for their exploits here. Their Pokémon are also recorded in the Hall of Fame. Strange. You have worked hard to become the new League champion. Congratulations, Strange. You and your Pokémon are Hall of Famers. Terrible favorite phrase, Hall of Famer. And there we are. Yeah, save the game. There it is. Dragonite, Gyarados, Alakazam, Articuno, Gengar, and finally Charizard. Welcome to the Hall of Fame. We've done it using a very nice team. I'm pretty happy with how most of my Pokemon turned out. Not so happy with the Articuno's stats. Could have been a bit higher, but you just get unlucky on that sometimes. But yeah, the Gengar and Alakazam in particular are really strong Pokemon. League champion, congratulations. 67 hours. Yeah, that's because of the emulator. And there's Gary running away, probably crying because his grandfather just told him he was a loser. And yeah, at least Oak is following, so that's nice. And that's it. It's not the end of the game, of course. Pokémon FireRed version staff. I'm not sure if we can cancel this. Nope, I could speed it up, but why would I? So there's still a fair amount of stuff left to do in the game. This would have been the end of Pokémon Red and Blue. We would, after the credits, basically respawn in Pallet Town, and we could still work on our Pokédex, catch more Pokémon. We could at that point always re-challenge the Elite Four and basically go through there for experience and just changing our tactics up and all that. But in the original games this would have been the ending, but not so in this. They've actually added some content. We can now unlock the ability to catch second and third generation Pokemon as well. I think there's second gen Pokemon as well. I hope so anyway. Should be. And that will happen on the additional islands in the 7 island chain, which we've only visited 1, 2 and 3 islands so far. There will eventually be a second round to the Pokemon League, where all the trainers have updated their Pokemon and also increased their levels quite a bit. And I'll probably need to level up some more to be able to deal with that. But we'll see. So, I think that's about it. I mean, I'll go through the credits, I'll let them play, but I don't think they're that long. We're going to catch a few more legendary Pokemon, I believe. There's some which are available in the game as is, and some which you can only get using special events. Now, I don't know. I probably, unless I get like requests to do it, I won't show these special event Pokemon. They're not that interesting anyway. I would have to cheat to get them, because, well, you would have to go to Pokemon events to get them, which I didn't do, and even if I had, that would only be possible on my original cartridge. So, oh, Iwata. Oh well. Yeah. Basically, if you really want to see them, just drop me a comment and I'll do bonus episodes for them, but otherwise... I believe there's 1 or 2 more Pokemon left, though there's one wandering Pokemon called Suicune, which we should get. And you will get different ones. I think there's also one called Anton and Rake, something with an R anyway. I don't... Rake, something. I don't remember. They are... National Federation of the Blind, wow. And which one you get depends on which starter you choose. And I get Suicune, which is because I choose Charmander. If you will encounter it randomly in the wild once you've gotten the national dex, and sadly it'll run away most of the time, so it's a pain to catch. I'm not 100% certain if I want to use the Master Ball for it or not. And that's the end. Otherwise, there's also Mewtwo, which we can eventually get, which is a level 70 really powerful psychic Pokemon. So, I might use the Master Ball for that or for Suicune, I'm not sure. Do I just... yeah. If I just hit B, or I think probably any key would work, it starts me off in the main menu again. And here we are. Yeah, I defeated the Elite Four, I know. Back in Palatown! And look, it's Oak. Ah, strange. You're back, are you? How much have you filled your Pokédex? May I see it? Let's see. You've caught 70. Now this is impressive. It's not even half of the Pokemon that are technically available in Gen 1, but... it's pretty decent. I could definitely have gotten some more, but who cares? 70 is enough. There's something I wanted to ask of you, Strange. Come, follow me. I'll just put this at the end of the video quickly and then I'll end the episode, don't worry. It's not gonna go much longer, but you already know that. Recently there have been sightings of many rare Pokemon species. I'm talking about Pokemon that have never been seen in Kanto. I would love to go see things for myself, but I'm much too old. Since I can't do it, Strange, I'd like you to go in my place. Gary, hey, I heard that. Grams, what's with favoring Strange over me all the time? Yeah, what's with that, actually? I went and collected more Pokemon, and faster, too. You should just let me handle everything. I know. Of course I need your help, too. Now I need to see both of your Pokédexes. And that's done. Now these units can record data on a lot more Pokemon. And this is what's called the National Pokédex. Now, Strange and Gary, this time you really must work towards filling your Pokédexes. I urge you to make them the best and most complete of all time. Truly, this is a monumentally great undertaking in Pokemon history. Gramps, calm down, don't get so excited. I'll get the Pokédex completed, don't you worry about a thing. I think I'll try looking around one island first. Anyways, I'm out of here. So that's him telling you go to one island if you want to continue, basically. Okay. But that's it. I really hope you enjoyed this. I'll continue, obviously. So, yeah, that's it for the moment. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.